Hi everyone and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Rosana and today we are making sopes. We're gonna top these with some delicious shredded saucy chicken. Seriously, they're that good. Let's get started. The way we are preparing this chicken is undeniably delicious. When done, the results are gonna be insane. Okay, let's jump into the recipe. Place 1.5 pounds of bone-in chicken thighs in a large pot. You can use the breast area as well in case you were wondering. Also add in the ingredients for the salsa, starting with 1/2 pound of tomatoes, 1/4 of a medium white onion, 1 large jalapeño, and the amount depends on how spicy you like it. You can add more if desired. And add 3 peeled garlic cloves. Pour in enough water to cover and cook the chicken, roughly 6 cups. Lastly, lightly season with 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Bring to a boil over medium-high heat, then lower to medium-low. If foam forms over the surface, you can spoon it out. Cover the pot and allow the chicken to cook completely on a low simmer. It will take about 25 minutes. Meanwhile, roast 1 poblano pepper and 1/2 pound of tomatillos and turn on all the sides so they can char evenly. If you have been following me for a while, you know I love this method because it deepens the flavors and makes delicious salsas. They now look ready. Remove from the pan or comal and place the pepper in a plastic bag, close it and let it sweat for about 5 minutes. Back to the chicken. Both the thighs and salsa ingredients are cooked. Place the chicken in a separate container and allow it to cool down completely. As for the tomatoes, onion, jalapeño, and garlic, you can transfer them to the same plate as the tomatillos. Additionally, remove 1 cup of the chicken broth and set aside until needed. The poblano is ready. Now peel the blackened skin. It should be pretty easy. Remove the stem part with the seeds and slice into strips. Once that's done, let's move on to the cooled chicken and start by peeling the skin, then remove the bone and discard both. Now that we are only left with the meat, go ahead and shred all of it. Let me tell you something, the salsa we're about to make is so good, perfect for sopes. This is how we're making it. It's going to come together in a blender. Place the poblano pepper, the onion, tomatillos, tomato, jalapeño, and garlic inside. Add in the juices from the cooked ingredients if there's any. Pour in 3/4 of a cup of the broth and reserve the remainder in case you need to thin out the salsa even more. I usually don't find it necessary. Process everything until smooth and broken down. Once that's done, place a large pan over medium heat and add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and let it become hot. Then carefully pour in the salsa and stir. Now lower to medium-low heat and allow this beauty to gently simmer for about 5 minutes. Next, season with salt to taste. I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt and stir again. Lastly, add in the shredded chicken, incorporating it into the salsa until completely coated and allow it to simmer with the salsa for about a minute or until the chicken reheats. When done, remove the pan from the heat. And now the star of the show. Yes, we are making the sopes, also known as pellizcadas. I personally know them by sopes, but regardless of their name, they are delicious, the real deal. Start by measuring 2 cups of masa harina. To measure, fluff the masa and then spoon it into the cup. It is important to avoid packing the masa flour into the cup to prevent inaccurate measurements. Then, as a final step, level out the surface. Place the masa in a medium bowl and add in 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. Mix everything by hand or you can use a whisk if that's what you prefer. When done, gradually pour in 1.5 cups of water plus 1 tablespoon. You want to add it slowly and knead in between additions until the water is completely absorbed and a mass will form. When the mass forms and all the water and masa harina are well incorporated, continue kneading for about 3 to 5 minutes until soft, smooth, and the dough will not stick to your clean hands. Divide the dough into 8 balls, each one approximately 2.5 ounces. To make the sopes, take one portion and place it in the palm of your hand. Use both hands to rock the dough back and forth while slightly adding pressure and rotating. The final, soon-to-be sope needs to be about 4¼ inches in diameter and about 1/4 inch in thickness. At this particular shape, it is called a gordita or memela, but we will soon get to the other side of the preparation and have a delicious meal. I will show you how to make gorditas another day. When molding, it's important to evenly apply pressure and fix the edges if the shape seems to be off. If you're having a hard time making them by hand, let me show you a different method. Slightly flatten the dough like so, then place it in between 2 plastic circles. Press down with the bottom of a flat plate until you reach the desired size and thickness. Peel the top plastic and place the memela on the palm of your hand. Then peel the other piece of plastic and transfer to the comal. The griddle or comal has to be nice and hot. After roughly 1.5 minutes, when the underside has loosened and has developed golden brown spots, flip so the other side does the same. If you can't flip by hand, feel free to use a spatula, no need to burn yourself. By the way, you can make multiple memelas at the same time, depending on how many you can fit on the griddle. The underside is ready. Flip and let it cook for about 20 seconds and then remove from the griddle and wrap on a clean kitchen towel to keep warm. As soon as you remove them from the griddle, wait for them to slightly cool just until manageable. 30 seconds was enough for me. Then, with the help of a clean kitchen towel to help you mitigate the heat, pinch the entire border. Lastly, pinch the center like so. If you can handle it, go over any areas that need improvement and pinch again with your bare fingers for a better shape. Now that I've explained the process, let's review. The next step is an important one because it adds flavor to the sopes. Place a large pan over medium heat and pour in 1/4 inch of a neutral good frying oil. I'm using vegetable oil this time. Wait for it to become hot and then fry both sides of the sope. They will take a subtle golden brown color and the edges will slightly crisp up. Once ready, transfer to a plate or sheet pan lined with paper towel to absorb some of the oil. I like to lay them border side down, they just drain better. It is time to assemble and this is how you're gonna make them. Spread the refried beans on the center. I have made them plenty of times in other videos. Look down below in the description area for the link to the video and feel free to look over the measurements I used. Then add a good amount of the saucy chicken. Top it with shredded iceberg lettuce. Drizzle Mexican crema or sour cream. And sprinkle crumbled queso fresco. Top with a spoonful of the chicken salsa.
I am ready to taste. This looks so delicious. All right, it's gonna be a little messy, but we do eat it with our hands. It's doable, you can definitely do it. Enjoy. So good, delicious. Need to have another bite. I'm sorry, I know it's a little messy. It's so good. I mean it. These are so delicious, definitely not dry, the perfect meal. Well, we reached the end. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a huge thumbs up, and click the notification bell. And don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Until the next one.